I've had the heating on though in here, so it's not too bad. It's starting to warm up. It's been a while, Crocodile, since I've gone live. There's not much news to bring to you, but because I've got a little bit of news, I might as well go live. So I got a phone call today off the nurse saying, am I in? Am I available? So I was thinking, what for? And it was for my port flush. So I've got a port flush after 2 o'clock, which is every month, and they just go inside the port, which is here for anyone who's just watching, and they put a needle in it and then they flush it with a syringe, clean water, and it cleans everything that needs cleaning so it doesn't get clogged and you don't get infection. So we've got that coming up, and I think the next time it's due to be flushed, I'm actually on my cycle of IVs. I've got my chest specialist appointment on the 19th, and this is where we're going to be speaking about the treatment moving forward, which, you know, we were in discussion about the arguments to the positive sides and the negative sides of stopping, or what's that word for it, staggering treatments every 6 months, which is not happening because the science is there. My last time I was on tube medication, I actually had a high raised what's the word for it? My head's not with it. I had a raised CRT, which is your infection markers basically. So anything over, I can't remember, I think it's 2 to 4 is okay, but once it starts raising over that, it's signs that the body's fighting something. So it weren't a great, you know, massive infection, but it was caught at the right time. It was about 5.5, but even still 5.5, you can still get sepsis at 5.5. So it's not to be messed with. So I definitely needed the treatment. As going into treatment, I felt rubbish. I also told my specialist that when I get this weird when I get this weird smell on my t-shirt, say for instance, I'd been doing something that made me get sweater, and I've put it in a bag and I forgot to put it in for the wash, or whoever's doing the washing put it in for washing, and I've gone back and I've smelt it. It smelt disgusting, almost like cat urine, and that's when I've had the staphylococcus as well. So my specialist is knows that I know when my body's, you know, just flagging. I'm on the daily gentamicin nebulized antibiotic, so it's important that we don't stay on that all the time. And it's free Palestine, and it's very important that we stagger the treatment. So when I do go on the my head's not with it, as you can tell, I'm a bit tired. When you go on the IV medication, we come off the gentamicin nebulized medicine, and it's normally between 2 weeks to sometimes up to 4 weeks, 4 weeks. I don't leave it too long because I don't want too big of a break, because if I do that, there's no point having my cycle of IVs, because with a person like me, if we don't get straight on an antibiotic replacement, or get straight on an antibiotic, we will become poorly again. So there's no point having the cycles if we're not going back on our daily use of antibiotics. I know it sounds a bit crazy that you've constantly got to be on something, but yeah, that's where we are. Sometimes we have a week off, we have 2 weeks, just to feel normal. But by doing that, we then don't feel normal because we're poorly again. So it's a catch-22. Sometimes you want to free the body from any antibiotic just to let the liver, you know, clean itself, or the kidneys, should I say, clean itself, and things like that. But for the long term, it's very important people like myself are on, you know, long-term daily antibiotics, even though it's very it's very difficult to do. Someone who takes tablets daily, like there's a prolatic, which is meaning daily antibiotic use. Even taking one tablet a day is strenuous. So you can imagine if you're nebulizing antibiotics twice a day, on top of having to nebulize Ventolin and saline. So Ventolin is to open the airways. The saline is to, you know, get the mucus, basically like a washing machine effect, I tell people. So it gets the mucus moving, and then you cough it out, and then you take the gentamicin. Now, a lot of people don't suffer with mucus build-up like I do. So some people may be able to skip the saline treatment. I can't, because it'd be pointless if I do the Ventolin and then I'm coughing up all the shit out my chest after I've done the antibiotics. So the purpose is open the airways, clear the airways, and then administrate the antibiotics straight into the lungs. So that is why it's very important you do it that way. It's also very important that you take your steroids before you nebulize any antibiotic, because the steroids and the saline will kill the antibiotic, if you get what I mean. So very, very important. So we've covered, I've got a chest specialist appointment on the 19th. I'm due a port flush any moment now. We are coming into IV territory. And I've noticed I've been a bit more breathless lately as well. Little walks, things like that. Started to get a little bit more breathless, so I know things are slowly catching up. My appetite's not been great. I'll have a big plate in front of me and I'll probably eat half, and then say, oh, I don't feel hungry, throw it away. But it's been happening a lot. Like I say, these are all little steps when you start slowing down, when it's affecting your daily life, which it does. You know, these are all telltale signs. And obviously, if you've got an infection, 9 times out of 10, you'll know, because your body will give you an auto response to let you know something's not quite right. Like I say, sweating, coughing more than normal, chest pain, lots of other stuff in between. So these are the things we look out for. And yeah, well, I'm gonna end it on that note. Like I say, guys, I've not got much to bring to you apart from what I've already brought to you. So I'm giving you well wishes. Anyone who's not subscribed, please do so. And hopefully I'll bring you some more I'll bring you some more footage over the next few months. Take it easy, my people.